out to the Pacers Podcast.
It's Grant
and Zay,
and welcome to 3 Point.
Grant, baby.
We decided to record this halfway through this glorious Clippers-Pacers game.
It's not going good.
The only silver lining I have to this is we got to sign Paul George.
Paul George talks. Here we go. So I don't know who started the rumor. He has been wet. Well, Paul George is Paul George. We know who Paul George is. We know who Paul George is. The thing is, it's just like, I feel like this is Paul George Pacers propaganda. Okay? It's just, who started the rumor where Paul George is like interested in the idea of returning back to Indiana?
I said this in the offseason, that's who we should get. And I've pretty much stuck forward with that, except when Cat, when you discussed Cat that one time, I was like, I like that. Cat. They're not blowing up the Timberwolves.
No. That's bad. We have a better chance of getting Gobert than Cat.
Yeah, that's not happening. No. Paul George, he is becoming a free agent this offseason.
Okay.
And I think that gives us two big things. Defense.
Okay.
We still got speed.
Okay.
And we got us. Honestly, he might be a number one scorer to Halliburton. What do you think about that?
Well, it's Paul George. Paul George is also like predominantly the ball handler. Maybe not predominantly, but I guess that's maybe Harden now. But I feel like he has the ball a lot.
But he knows how to play off because he's played with Westbrook, Harden, Kawhi.
Yeah.
So he knows how to play off the ball. I mean, he played a whole season with just Westbrook.
Yeah.
So you can play off ball if you play with Westbrook.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: why would he want to come to us versus leaving the Clippers, a team with superstars and like regular playoff appearances? And
the only reason he would is they have to flame out in the playoffs hard,
which they do every year.
Yeah, which they do every year. So I mean, and he becomes a free agent. So if they flame out again, there's definitely a possibility. He's like, I need a new change of scenery. Now, why he'd pick up going to Indiana over a Miami, or something like that.
He's been there, done that. I mean, is he gonna come back like LeBron and give us a championship?
I mean, in all honesty, there's probably a better chance of signs with the Lakers. Signs with the Pacers, especially since we gave him all the booze.
Yeah.
Well,
all these older stars, once they kind of get to that over 30 age, they don't have a ring. They start getting that. A lot of these guys who are hungry, they start getting that. Okay, I'm gonna join that team that has the best chance. And do I really blame them? No. Are we that team that has the best chance? We're like, the dark horse, but we're not a front runner.
One other possibility where I could see us getting them is way overpaying them. And
which we can do
with our we have a lot of cap space with where our position is. I wouldn't mind overplaying a star player.
Yeah,
because it's hard enough for us to get a star player. So if we have to overpay, I'm okay with that. I really am.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not against it at all. It's one of those things where, like, I don't want to put too much thought into it because I don't think it's very likely. But you don't know. I didn't think this season we'd be, one of the best. I have the best offense of all time or most efficient offense of all time.
That could be a draw too. You play with
for sure
point guards all time and best offense of all time.
We're definitely a draw right now.
Yeah,
we got eyes on us.
As far as trade value goes, too, with this pace, since we're scoring so many points, it stat pads so many of our bench players.
Yeah.
So their trade value is way up than what it probably is. Every player on our squad, almost including Halliburton, is overvalued because of our pace.
Yeah.
Those 2 extra 3 assists, those 4 or 5 extra points players are getting.
We're in a good spot, man. It's just, we're now into the part, we started this podcast in a point where we're going, okay, what do we do next? What happens now, And then Halliburton, we saw a lot of like his talent show last season. And then this season, look at this season, So now it's like, okay, the talk is who do we put around Halliburton for us to succeed even further? Is Paul George that guy? He can be. Yeah. Now, when I say, is he that guy? I mean that in a sense, like, one, is he the fit? And two, is he even going to be interested,
And he only has like a 2-3 year window with us.
For real, so we can do like a 2-year sign with him or something, give him a fat bag like Bruce Brown, like, what I mean? Hey, we'll give it a shot. Little rental, man. Come back to Indiana, boom, boom,
If we would have to do that, we'd have to go all in and get like another semi-big guy.
Like of course.
Siakam type.
And that's my main thing right now is I want, I know he is a 4, Paul George is a 4. I want like a bruiser in the paint. You know what I mean?
This is my
God damn it.
This is my dream offseason right now.
Okay.
Paul George, Clint Capella.
Okay.
All right.
Clint could work.
Yeah.
Clint could work.
Yeah. Another player I wouldn't mind getting is Draymond Green.
Yeah, you talked to me about that.
The only thing with Draymond is he's older. He might be a little slower, but I would love that extra leadership. Yeah. The passing would work great with us.
Yeah.
So and the rebounding defense, he solves a lot of problems. The only thing is he's older.
Yeah, well, that's not the only thing. He also gets ejected every fucking game.
And overpaying for him is different than overpaying for PG.
The thing with him is, one, he doesn't score almost at all. So it's like, I don't want another guy who is not going to be, like, at least get me 10, 15 points a game.
That's the one thing we don't need is scoring, though. That's why I wouldn't mind taking Draymond. It's because the one thing we don't need is scoring, so I feel like we can afford that. Okay,
all right. But, like, okay, it's funny because he texted me. He said, he goes, do we want Draymond Green? And at first I was like, fuck no. After the fight. I'm like, dude, what? Are you kidding me?
Immediately after.
I was like, are you kidding me? And now I was like, wait, do we need Draymond Green? You know what I mean? I was like, because his court vision is like elite. Up there. It's elite. And, he makes really good decisions on the court. And then, but it's just like, there's something about him that's like, I don't know if I... You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm like, I don't know. I'm not like all the way against it, but like I wouldn't pay him a bag.
And I wouldn't want to trade a bunch either for him. It kind of have to fall into our lap, but I wouldn't hate it.
Yeah, it just kind of depends on what the Golden State's offseason is, because they've kind of had a shit season so far and whatever, I'll tell you what, leave us a comment. Let us know. Do we want Paul George? Do we want Draymond? Let us know. We'll go back and forth. Siakam?
I'm not super huge on Siakam or OG just because they're both big men. They're getting like 4 rebounds a game each.
Yeah.
It's just like if we're going to trade for a big man, I want to at least be able to get like that 9-10.
I could see Siakam fitting with our pace.
Yeah, I mean, they would work well, and we would definitely be better and a lot of good things.
Yeah.
It's just not the exact piece I want. If we got him, I'm super happy. I'm super hyped. I'm making sense.
You know what? Let's talk about it, man, because I'll be real. This is the problem I have, too. Like, what is the exact piece we need? You know what I mean? Like, what's put a face to a name? Because I do the same thing. I think we both do the same thing. It's like, we need that big man. Who is the big man? You did say Clint. Cool. Is he the big man we want? You know what I mean? Or is he just like one of the...
Unfortunately, like, I had a lot of hopes of maybe getting like a cat or something before the season started, but then like their teams gelled so well.
Yeah.
I had a lot of hopes for maybe getting Paul George, but they gelled so well. Plus they went all in and got Harden. Yeah. So that's dead. Yeah. So it's like a lot of the good opportunities we had for like the superstars, DeAndre Ayton, I think he like signed with his team or whatever. It's like
he
not
got traded.
A lot of options out there for us. Yeah, whoever traded for him, like put him in a position like they're not going to trade him again.
He's on Portland. Yeah, he's on Portland. Yeah,
for some reason.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll see, man. I don't know. We really just got to see, like, because what this season is right here is okay. We finally have attention. We didn't have attention until now. Yeah. We didn't have anybody talking about us or anything. All of a sudden, the in-season tournament. Listen, I don't care how anybody feels about it. It put us on the map because it showed that we're hungry, and it showed that when the time said we pull up, we lost to the Lakers, but that just goes back to our problem. How do we stop the leading big man in the league? Because so far we've proven that we can't, except for the Bucks.
I mean, so like the Lakers have like LeBron, AD, super big man who can drive, and then the Clippers, who we're also getting killed by, have Zubac, Paul George, Kawhi, who are basically big men who can drive. It's a big team, yeah. Any type of team like that, we're going to get killed. The Bucks, Giannis, every big man has gone off on us. And call me a Pacers hater, dude. I have been betting on the big man for opposing teams.
Pacers hater. This motherfucker he's not believing us. He don't believe in us.
They've been winning me money, dude, because every guy goes off.
This man bets against us. Don't forget that, okay?
I can't help it, dude. It's too. The bet tonight was, will Zubac get a double-double? I mean, come on.
You're making me sick, dude.
Well, Zubac, and another bet I made was Zubac get 11 rebounds, dude. He has like 14 with the third quarter still going on right now, dude.
Yeah. All right, well, let's talk about this now, dude. Let's go back to it. It's our favorite conversation ever.
Don't say, dude.
It's our favorite conversation of all time, dude.
Don't say that, dude.
Do we keep or get rid of Miles Turner? Our opinion sways every time. Every time I watch a game, I'm like, every time
This is I'm really settled into the opinion of we can't do better. Like I don't see any option for us to center. So to me, that's kind of like dead. Like we're stuck with Turner. We're gonna work with his strengths. We're gonna work with his weaknesses. That is what it is. That's why I don't necessarily love the Siakam or OG because if we have to work with Turner, I want to rebound him.
Okay, look. let's just say our offseason our next offseason, our number one focus is getting that big man. And we move Miles Turner to our bench, and I'm happy. But
paying that much for a bench player, Pacers can't afford it.
But we can't afford it.
No, we literally can't. We need to. If we're paying somebody money, they need to be playing because we're not going to spend that much. So we need to trade them or start them.
Just
That's
imagine.
like the only two options.
It just sucks when we see our bench big dudes. When we see Jalen Smith and Isaiah Jackson just like going off, it's like
they both look about as good as Turner.
That's a problem.
I'm not going to say either is better, but they both look as good.
They're not better. I won't be a hater and say they're better. They're not. But I mean, Isaiah Jackson has better qualities. You know what I mean? He plays. He gets rebounds, and he's gritty.
He's physical.
He's physical. I like that. You know what I mean? So no one's afraid of Turner, bro. You know what I mean? I think people are more afraid of Isaiah Jackson, probably. You know what I mean? Like
probably
3-point threat, boys.
That win against the Bucks, MVP of Burton. All right,
MVP of Burton.
Trademark and Zay.
MVP of Burton.
He got 27 points, 7 rebounds, 15 assists. Oh, that's good. That's good. And 0 turnovers.
Name a better point guard. We'll start in the East and then we'll go to the West.
Okay,
I'm gonna legit name a better point guard.
I'm gonna name worst point guards.
Okay.
Trae Young.
He's worse.
Anyone that plays for the Celtics.
Fuck the Celtics.
And my controversial pick, Steph Curry.
As of right now,
you just take this 20-game sample, Halliburton.
Yes. This season, Halliburton is a better player than Steph Curry.
I mean, if we were to pick Team USA right now, you can't leave Halliburton out, dude. You can't.
Right? You're gonna get me going on about how dumb Steve
Curry was. My goodness. And Halliburton not playing. I was thinking about that earlier. That is crazy. Deadass.
I know I probably shouldn't say this publicly. I don't respect him as a coach very much anymore. It's like how do you have the tools in front of you and go, I'm just gonna put the stars in.
Jalen Brunson and the other player I can't name, and probably rightfully so. I think they only had like 5 All-Stars on that team.
It's I mean, here's the thing, you can't say it's hype because name who was the last hyped Pacers player? Deadass. Let's
PG.
So, yeah. So Brunson was cool, but he wasn't hyped up.
Yeah, he was like Danny Granger level of he's good, but
no. So I mean, we earned this. We earned it. It's simple.
Second star player, and I'll just introduce him by saying, lean back.
Lean back.
MVP of Turner. All right.
that one thinks everything. That was all done.
Stat that's going to blow your mind is Turner had 1 less point than Halliburton. He had 26 points tonight, 10 rebounds. If you were betting the over on this guy, you won.
I'm repping the Turner. You know why? Because I'm not a hater.
He's not a hater anymore.
I'll put my money
He's been brought to the light.
No, well, you said it last podcast. He's our second leading scorer. You know what? And I'll be watching the games, and it just don't feel like it, but it is. I mean, I can't argue with the stats. I gotta put respect where it's due.
He does his role well. His role isn't to get rebounds; it's like accepted fact. But what he does do well.
At the end of the day, it's just I prefer a different style big on our team than what Turner offers. But he's still useful.
It's hard to get better there.
He still plays a very big role. He is not afraid to step up to it, and I respect it. You know, I'm not a hater. I hate really kind of jokingly, but I'm definitely frustrated with him a lot. And you've heard me say it, and y'all keep on going with it. But he is a great player.
I mean, right now on our team, we couldn't have a chance at a better center.
No, we couldn't.
There's just no trade where we get, and the biggest 2 targets we could have got is Cat and Gobert. Either one of those.
Yeah.
That would have been great. Gobert on our team, dude. Are you kidding me? Gobert on our team?
Boy. I mean, I actually watched a Minnesota game for the first time within this last week. Those boys are hooping. It's crazy. They're number 1 right now in the division. You know that?
They're number, or they were number 1.
They were number 1 as of 2. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. In the last 2, these boys are hooping.
Yeah.
You know, so now it's like a dream because there was these Cat rumors floating around last season, and we talked about it. We were like, what's this? What if? You know what I mean? What if we could package Turner and
Yeah.
whoever?
No more.
Boom.
No more.
That boy is hooping to the highest level.
So, speaking of the Minnesota Timberwolves,
Yeah.
you know who the best team in the NBA right now is?
The Wolves?
The Boston Celtics, baby. And we just beat them in the in-season
There we
tournament,
go.
bro.
I was gonna say
Who was there?
I didn't like the way
Who was there?
I don't like the way you brought it up. The way you finished it. Class
Yes.
Good.
So when
Remember
we lost that first game by like 50, I'm not gonna lie. Like I think we jokingly talked about like, oh, it's just because Halliburton wasn't there. Apparently, it was. It was just because Halliburton wasn't there. I'm gonna get Porzingis was out, but the clutch performance he put on, MVP of it.
I mean, he is. It's the same thing you see in other stars. Like you take out Luka from the mix. Now they got Kyrie, so probably not be the greatest example. But if you take out LeBron or AD from the Lakers, or if you take out, let's say, Cat or Gobert, you know what I mean? Like if you take out that one guy on any of these big teams, you take
Jokic.
If you take out, you take out Jokic. The Nuggets are not a bad team, but there's a clear difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You take out the MVP caliber player for your team, you're gonna feel it. Now, you really see it with us because we are, our game is kind of modeled a little bit after Halliburton's. You know what I mean? Like that fast, that long range. So
The Pacers, number one in pace.
number one in pace, exactly. You know what I mean? That wasn't an accident.
Pacers, number one in pace.
Oh,
All right.
No.
Finally, our name matches, dude. This is probably the first time in Pacers history we've been number one in pace. All right.
Feels good.
Feels
It
good.
feels good. You ever
We're
just take a
good.
deep breath?
We're good. A 6-game tourney win streak. That says something. That says something.
We're undefeated.
I mean, for real, like, part of it's like, it's in-season, who cares? But the other part is like, it's kind of been like six playoff environments. We were there, and I tell you, it was a playoff environment.
That was real deal playoff energy I felt.
Yes.
And I would not tolerate any more slander about the players, bro. It's brought excitement to what would just normally be regular not pointless games, but you know what I mean.
Last season was terrible. Our expectations were low, is what Zay is trying to say.
What I'm saying is there's a plate and we stepped up to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, we're hooping. We have something we're striving for. We got a bench full of dudes. We have a team full of young dudes who this money that's on the line means something.
Dude, young dude that we both doubted during the game, Andrew Nimhard, he hit 3 jump shots in a row for 6 points.
That boy was wet. He put on.
And we took it back. We were like, why are you doing this? But he kept making them. So.
No, yeah, I'll say it. I was like, when he put him in the game, I was like, I don't feel it right now. Compared to other options. But he came out and he was wet. I'm not gonna. I take back that. Like he is a lot of the reason we stayed in that back and forth. I give it up to him big time. He's hooping.
Halliburton's efficiency in the fourth quarter in clutch time. We were talking about in the fourth quarter, like he's gonna hit that dagger 3 that just puts his game out of reach. He's gonna do it. He does it every big game. If he's in there, he does it, and he did it. He hit that huge one.
When's the last time that in these clutch moments we could give it to a player and go, I'm very comfortable with him taking this shot?
Oladipo, I was like, all right, you're like 50%. You're gonna make this big time, but
this is different levels. When's the last time when Oladipo went for that 3, you were like more hoping it would go in. When Halliburton goes for it, it's just wet. He shows up to the plate, man.
And he gets doubled. And then when he can't score, he still gets 15 assists and 0 turnovers. I mean, how do you stop him? If you double him, he's going to make the play. If you bring 2 people to Halliburton, somebody's open, and he's going to make that play every time.
Fuck LeBron James. Okay, so where we're at right now, we're about to beat. We are at the finals of the play-in. We either have to play the Lakers or the Pelicans.
I'm going to talk about who I want. Okay. I want us to play the Lakers, play LeBron. I think if we beat LeBron, that's awesome. NBA champs over LeBron, cool.
I think the Pelicans are a more worthy opponent.
Hot take.
Why?
I mean, LeBron, dude.
Girl, don't be a
26, 8.8 and 8, dude.
That's cool for a 40-year-old.
And you got great. Anthony Davis healthy at the moment. Dude, come on, dude. The Lakers are better than the Pelicans.
Zion had a 33-point game where he shot 100% the other day. Is that not exciting? Brandon Ingram said fuck the Lakers and became a super hooper.
Okay. At the end of the day, LeBron is still better, and AD is still better.
That's arguable, bro.
That is not, dude.
That's
Okay.
arguable, bro.
LeBron's better than Zion right now. This season, LeBron's better than Zion.
Is he?
Yes,
Why?
100%.
Why? I'm not a guy who just says, "Oh, LeBron" in the conversation. Like, why? Tell me why.
Because 26 points, 8.8 rebounds, and 8 assists, dude. He literally, no matter how good your team is or how bad your team is, if that's the stat line your top player has, what more could you ask?
Yo, I would argue that LeBron shouldn't have to be doing that. I think he has to because he's in a play. He's on a team that where a lot of the players don't carry their own weight.
LeBron would be Halliburton right now if he had scores around.
I'm not a LeBron hater. I love LeBron. I really do.
Yeah.
But I mean, Zion is having his comeback season. Bro, what argument do you have against 33 points shooting 100%?
Okay,
That's hungry. That's a young, hungry Zion who is still an athletic demon. He's nasty with it. And him and Ingram with the chemistry.
Chemistry. LeBron and AD with chemistry. Maybe they're injured a lot, but they still, go to
maybe they're injured a lot, dude.
They still play together.
AD plays
and when they're healthy, they're different. And LeBron right now, his stats are at least as good as Zion's. If that's true, if Zion's somehow are at LeBron's level, then LeBron's done this for like 20 years also. So
I'll even give it to you. It's probably going to be easy to criticize Zion just for not playing because he AD didn't play, but Zion didn't play.
He has the same injury problem.
Yeah, here's the thing. We've seen what AD can do when he is playing throughout a season.
MVP.
Right?
He could be an MVP.
Could he? What happened in the playoffs? Dude?
He was MVP conversations multiple times.
What happened in the playoffs, dude?
MVP,
he was hot one game. He was dry one game, dude.
Injuries, though. It's always that.
Okay, same thing for Zion then. No injuries. He never.
Okay, but you're comparing LeBron and Zion, not AD and Zion. And LeBron and Zion win. And AD to the Pelicans' second best player? AD.
I'm taking the Pelicans over the Lakers.
Dude, are we about to have an on-screen bet? Because I'll bet you money on this.
I'll bet you money on it. Hold on, wait. The game's on right now.
Okay, we're not looking at score. Have you seen?
No, I dead ass have it. I want
all
right now.
That's how we're gonna end the podcast.
I want to look now.
$20. I can take Lakers.
As long as both Zion and BI are playing, and AD and LeBron, as long as they have two healthy squads,
deal.
$20. I'll put 20 on.
All right. Thanks for tuning in.